Mögye! Hang jó. Na. Hát most eldobott geci sok képkockán. Jó, mindegy. Spacer's Choice. Hol tartottam? Yeah.
You seen Arthur today?
Hey there! Thanks again for getting me away from those marauders. Oh, last time I was in the city, Sanjar was singing your praises about a bolt something or other. Suppose that warrants a discount. You want to buy something? No, don't be absurd. I'm based out of Stellar Bay, but I cater to our more, trailblazing clientele. Hey! Life's too short to be worried about danger this and careful that. I'd rather just do my job and try and enjoy it.
Pillanat. Na itt vagyok. So.
Oh, it's nothing out of the ordinary, really. I was on my way to Fallbrook and got jumped by insane, bloodthirsty cannibals. It happens.
Nézzük, mit árul. Elég szarok. Nem veszünk semmit. Ezt felvesszük. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Getszenek. És akkor a healer rajtam, akkor kelnek föl? Nem. Akkor kombatonként egyszer? Ez elég gyengusz. Mi a fasztól lettem tele, csak így? Miből van még kettő? Nem sok mindenből, sőt. Most már semmiből nincs kettő. Na jó. Go tovább. Valahogy. Ezen az úton, vagy ez barátságos falu? Abandoned. Zárva. Hoppácska. Szerintem minden szart, ezeket is el kéne adni a faszba. Nincs lesz benne semmi jó, de az így. Mondtam. Meg vagyunk, mehetünk tovább. Ezek meg honnan jött? Kapálj. Hát, ha már ide bejöntünk. És ezeknek nem volt kulcsa hozzá. Érdekes. Ezt a nagy dögöt nem húzom. Na jó, majd megölik.
Keep this up and I won't have any new battle scars.
Annyi lőszer nincs, hogy újra töltsek annyit, amit elhasználok.
Nice and easy. Here we go. Nice hit.
Mi a fasz? Töltsd már HP-n.
Everyone all right? There they go.
Megint 206 kilón vagyok. És nem is erre kellett volna jönni. Fantaszt is. Nézd, mit törjünk össze. A név alapján az egyformák egymás mellé. A nyomorú sörétes helyett ezt a light machine gun megpróbáljuk. Van egy kis szórása a cuccnak. Olybá tűnik. De most már kipróbálom. Geci nem töltött újra? Tölts már újra még ma, Geci. Hogy oltom el magam? Hát ez égő.
Unfiltered air, rocks in my shoes, risky choke points, all the things I hate about me.
Ezt akartam megnézni, hogy ez a... Egy 15 perc CD. Oh.
We ought to head out here tonight, you know? Make a little fire.
Hát ezek itt jól laktak rendesen. És ott fönn még durvább cuccok lesznek. Pillanat. Na itt vagyok. Gyroszite.
Get over here! There are marauders up ahead!
I always wanted to...
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering, we don't take kindly to marauders. A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be true. You're clear, but I would caution you against pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders, you know. I take it you ain't met the other C3s. Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You want more details? You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast, by the edge of the mountain. See that path that runs underneath that giant archway? Follow it on down. There's a little station near the cliff. You'll find the rest of my crew there. There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually. Go petition the boss man. Maybe you can convince him to alter my duties.
És tudom melyikre raktam a snipert, megvan. Ez az csupa korlát. És Gec kinyírja mind a kettőt, ez a pos. Öcsém. Ultra. Assault rifle. Ja, hogy ezeknek itt kinyírom, azt följönnek, hát. Basszák meg. Ez szar. Csak az ajtó lesz a tuti.
You may not
Nagyon remélem. Kicsit szétrepült ez a Chávez. Raptidon meat. Nem van. Na. 129/250. Ingyen feltörhetem. Még sok minden nem volt. Akkor irány tovább.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face the intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? Nice and coherent. Good. Take it you're not with the Marauders then. By the hand of fate and my own cunning skill, I run this station. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker. Excellent. I have a good feeling about our business relationship. I'm sure it will go much more smoothly than with those unscrupulous mercenaries I hired. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently.
Na jó, segítünk majd neki. Jó.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Ez a elevator. Yeah. It's elevator. Sejtettem. Everyone alright. I'm alright. Energy cell. Hagyják az energy weaponom, ó, jó, ezt használjuk most. Egy darabig. Király. Nem tudtunk meg semmit. Ezek a feltörő szarok mindig jól jönnek. Loot, loot, loot. Ingyen törhető, jó? Ez nem, de akkor is kell kijönni. Meg akkor lett volna értem, ha nem írok ki előtte mindenkit, nem? Mindegy. És kimentem? Szerintem kimentem. Jep, kimentem. Akkor hol a lift? A faszom. Akkor erre? Ó, lépcső van, nem lift, nagyon jó.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. Do hurry on it.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. My compliments on your improvised utilization of the fire suppressant system. I do admire a woman of ingenuity. Oh no, my business is in trade, not owing others the burden of a favor. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why you ventured here at all. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here? Ah yes, our little chat on the intercom. You're looking for the premier broker for all of Monarch, which you knew was me, clearly. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
Careful, I know that line. I use it all the time.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. Luckily, however, the Iconoclasts have now gone silent. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? A pity. Seems I have some information on a rogue agent to hunt down. Still, we need to get MSI off the airwaves. I will leave the means to that particular end under your discretion. Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Sanjar and MSI to stop transmitting on their end. You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience. Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will. What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price. There are so many members. Do specify. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status. Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. How low you seemingly regard my trade. Sure. You know where to find me if you need me.
Yo.
Deft hands, Cap.
Na. Unreliable. Nem sikerült a hajóra mennem, öcsém. Majdnem jó volt.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but I'm up to the challenge. Anyway, what can I do for you? You're just as rigid as the old executive committee. Why, we've hardly been able to get a clear message out until recently.
When Graham finally shut up.
It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. We need that frequency to reach our trading partners. Indeed. That's why it's imperative that MSI be reinstated onto the board. If we can find proof that one of the companies on the board is also active on Monarch, that'll give me all the leverage I need. I knew you'd understand. Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I've finally completed the Bolt 52 form. I dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge? I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
De szintet léptem. Pillanat. Ilyet is tud.
Wonder what Junmai's up to.
Na, már itt is vagyok.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me. Yes, indeed. I am back in business. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handled the problem? In the end?
Come on, do you really want to get invested in the details? We finished the job.
Is that so? I suppose not. Curiosity was always my besetting sin. And we both know I'll find out, eventually. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments. It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here. Terrific. I'll be here. Waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
De jó fej.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior, but I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. Take care out there.
Anyone else hear a high-pitched whining? Did I get tinnitus, or is that just Hiram?
Does that sad?
Black holes. Did you see that? Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there? Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off. Ah, I see you learned nothing while dealing with these buffoons. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I am more than finished with you lot.
Messze van. Jó lenne a diszkoszt a várost. Warfur.
Ready for more?
De már megint meghalnak. Még kéret lövöldöz. Igen, a tűz az nem nagyon sebzi ezeket a mechanikai lófaszok. Az is tuti. Cascadia. Gránát kurvára hiányzik ebbe a játékban. Megöltétek. Aha, be kell jutnom Cascadiába, fantasztikus. És itt van egy luka kerítésem, beszarsz. Kiirtottunk minden ellenséges elemet. Lakik még egyáltalán valaki? Király.
Down they go. Can't get past that armor. That does it. Time for a drink?
Szép volt, csajok. Még van, ami dög. Szóval a workbench. Hogy ez installál. Hoppá csak. Jól néz ki.
I guess this is what Edgewater's gonna look like in a couple of years. You take us to the nicest places, Captain.
Csak ezzel nem pont szart sem ér. Szintén.
sure we ought to go this way, Captain?
Erre a bolygóra ez a nagyon tüzes fegyverzet, ez nem igazán működik.
That's the last of him.
Na, itt volt egy kis lőszer. Legalább. Ezt is el kéne hozni 50-ig, meg a leadership-et is. Ja, perk is. Van egy cipelős perk, nincs. Ez jó lesz. Ezek ellen jó a tűz. Itt a leszállt hajó. Jó ez a fegyó így tüzesen. Egy is plazma ilyen.
I'll keep an eye on things out here. Me too. You know corpses shit themselves, right? Enjoy the smell.
told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Választatok, hogy kinek viszem vissza? Iconoclast.
The gunship. Have you secured its targeting module? All right. The iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate...
Yeah, sejtetem.
This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the board's structure... The gunship. Have you secured its targeting module? At last. Now we must secure the Stellar Bay landing pad. We will fortify the city against the board's assault.
I'll settle for shooting goons and grabbing loot.
And you, Captain. Are you prepared? This is it. Let us save this planet once and for all. Meet our forces in the ruins south of the city. Come prepared. Sanjar is sure to go down swinging.
Jó. És akkor többi küldi. Ja, hogy már oda se tudok menni. A fasz. Nem mindegy, csináljunk meg ezt, aztán lehet, hogy utána engedi még. Aztán lehet, hogy elbasztam is lemaradok egy jó pár questről, de mindegy. Közben nem tölt. Hát befutkos én gyorsan. Másik partra kelni, öcsém. Kell a lőszer!
believes in a fine ideal. Don't much care for the way he aims to get there.
That was fun. 100 bits says these guys get squashed by the board within a month.
Hostile? Milyen hostile van írva? Azért.
I thought this would be easier. Sanjar's death is surprisingly heavy on my conscience after all this time. But I mustn't let that distract me from our victory. We can now take our truth to the stars, Captain, and I have you to thank for that. And save it we shall. With every step we take forward, the board's time dwindles. For the moment, we will recuperate, collect ourselves and our resources. Know if ever you find yourself in need of a favor, you may call upon your friends in Stellar Bay.
Na. Szóval. Megint a hajóra teleportáltam. Nyújjóka is rajta velünk. Hopp, milyen drop volt, mindegy.
You ever think about what goes on in a marauder's head?
Mi? Mégis a hajón kell. Akkor jó élet teleportáltam mégis.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance.
Ja, egy Phineas labba kéne, jó az. A little memento. Titus Androidicus. Bigus Dicus. Megyünk. Úgy döntöttem. És oda hol jutok föl? Itt van egy híd. Mustálkodik a csaj itt. Jó. Az ártatlan alkalmazott? Az volt? Ah, szóval vannak itt ilyen... No! Jó, helyen még van. Azt mondta, hogy go nigga. Combat. Kell megkérem ezt a hülyét, bazzeg. Hol vagy? Sajnálom. Na most már itt dolgozok, szevasz! De akkor már körbenézünk itten. Csatorna. Miért kell diétásnak lenni egy fogkrémnek, amikor nem eszed meg? Nem mindig.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards. Fast, efficient, eager to please? Might be I should ask you for more favors. Guessing your services don't come cheap. Still, this ought to compensate for your troubles. And take an aromatic. You stink like Sisty Pig. I'll presume you mean Arthur, the one you sent scurrying back like a sprat with his tail cut off? Reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if the marauders who botched my drop were dead.
Less conversation, a little more action.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts. That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift? That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now. Oh, sure. Because Monarch's just teeming with experts in the finer points of salt tuna health. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Ezt húzunk, mert ettől nő a... Yep, perk.nop. Nope. Csak közben ezek is. Max HP-t növelünk. Nála is. Nála már megvan növelve.
Make him regret it. Don't mess with us.
Rizzo Secret Laboratory.
If this place was abandoned, how come it still smells like sweetener and despair?
Proximity alert. Biology human. Protocol kill all plants. Suspended. Present your Rizzo identification credentials or prepare to be downsized. Attempting to disengage security protocols without proper authorization is a fireable offense. Priming weapons. Executive level password accepted as identification according to Employee ID Protocol A-3501. Welcome back, Doctor. Be advised. Mantisaur threat level is petrifying purple berry. Please use caution. Mantisaur wounds are not covered under Rizzo's health policy. Have a productive day.
Watch your step, Captain. Oh, we have traps all over. Here we go! Nice one! Ah!
Menu.
I won't tell. Guess that was the hard part. Now it's just the part that might blow us up. You're fast.
let me take a look-see. Okay, I'm thinking if I patch this into our fuel cell network, we can use the empty tanks to hold this ulta-wada-biddle stuff. Just gotta compensate for the pressure difference. We burn liquid reaction mass, not gas. And the cells are distributed all through the hull, so I gotta isolate the empties. Of course I did, Captain. Just gave it a little jiggle. There we are. Good as pretty and twice as new. Oh, I just did my thing. You know.
Hey, take the compliment. You did the work.
Now we leaving, I mean. Szóval úgy tűnik, hogy ez egy titkos hely. Csak ennyi? Volt valami mind control valami, ezt mindjárt megnézem. Ki a száraz a szem? Próbálj. Nem nyert. Ha van a hó, jó. Működik. Ja, hogy ez börtön, oké. Unreliable, ja. Ezt le kell adni. És utána elhagyhatom a bolygót. Végre.
I'm drinking here. Move yourself on. Nothing on this moon for nobody. There's a lot of heart. You know, a tiny part, a damn stupid part of me hoped he was still out there. What happened? Damn. Well, you find our box of memories? Well, ain't you clever? fine. I was supposed to pick him up that night. Thing is, another offer came along. Bit more lucrative. And their payment almost died with them. Thanks to you, I can afford another round. Cheers, hero. Look, I like your gumption. I was gonna share the bits, but here's a couple extra. Now go on. Even old Manta's passed.
Na jó, akkor irány az űr. Átparkolt ide a hajó.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece.
Itt az ő hajója is.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find. You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway. Of course, of course. What's on your mind? Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Na nézzük, mik vannak. Kell egy olyan, hogy Igen. Igen, ehhez vissza kell menni a Grand Breakerre.
Do wipe the blood and space dust from your feet in the entry bay. Thank you. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
There goes Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got the punch right here.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order. But at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned around, maybe they just oinked like innocent little idiots. I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? Atta girl. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
How big we talking? Not like groundbreaker big, right?
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. Glad we understand each other. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Na. Van itt a Grand Breakeren valami. Ez a megvevős ló, úgy. Hallottam? Ja, itt van, 29 000.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? Well, ain't that peachy? You enjoy that stamp, you understand? And don't you dare use it responsibly. Anything else? Want a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler. But she's
Amit
no
van.
match for your pal Gladys.
Pofázz már ennyit. Dodge handguns. Kettőt.
Do you you know, my government seal? Oh my law. You've done it. You've saved my hide. I can't thank you enough. Now then, let me see. I just have to apply the seal here, sign like so, and... ta-da! Here are the forms you'll need once you reach Byzantium. Oh, and a nav key so your ship can travel there. Those authorization forms will let you speak with Sophia when you arrive. I'll send her a message straight away to let her know you're coming. She'll be delighted, I'm sure.
Where you been living, Captain? Under a rock? Miss Sophia's got to be the second most important person in the entire colony.
Yes, quite. Miss Akande is just the person to take someone with your particular talents and sterling character under her wing. She can fill you in on all of the board's operations in the colony, really put your talents to use. Best of luck to you, and thank you again. Give my regards to the Unreliable.
Perk.
Getting over
Yeah.
love, you're gonna love Byzantium.
Wow. Byzantium. I guess that'll be pretty crowded.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. Straight to the... Anytime. If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, I've got a lovely...
Akkor mi mutat ide? Irány a szilika bolygó.
Ah, your face is a sight.
Ez a Cascadia landing pad, ez...
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain. Or rather, I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw Senate.
Mit akar, hogy veszélyes? Most kiderül. Semmi. És akkor mi a harmadik landing pad? Mindig töltőképernyőn dobálja el amúgy a képkockákat, ott meg annyira nem fontos.
We're now in orbit above Falbrook, Captain.
És ez a Falbrook? Ez se nagy cucc. Na jó van, irány a skilla. Skra.
Did you bring me anything? New parts? Destination reached. Scylla.
We gotta talk about this. Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big. I was thinking about what you said before, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. Smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close to my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I want to come with.
Ne fürgél le. Ez a budi.
Hey, got a favor to ask you. Next time we're in the Monarch Wilderness, I'd like to stop in on an old friend of mine. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself
Mindenkinek
killed.
old friend of mine.
I could use the help. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But for this, I need help. Logistically, because it's dangerous. Emotionally, because it's dangerous. Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were. First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to bury. Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together. Thanks, Cap.
Nincs.
So, we're just gonna march straight into Byzantium and acquire some rare chemicals right under the board's nose? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy. Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is. I knew a doctor like him once. He had a patient complaining of ankle pain, so he amputated the man's foot. Wasn't even the right one. Point is, good intentions don't count for shit. And nothing's more dangerous than a crusader with a cause. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it? Hate to say it, but the right thing rarely pays well. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway. Exactly. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, so I probably don't need to tell you this, but look out for yourself. No one else out here will. Don't mention it, just speaking from experience. Anything else?
No, thanks.
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! This SAM unit is unable to locate your registered information. Would you like to register your SAM? Registering new owner, Captain. SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
Hol van Igor? Itt van, vagy Viktor.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
Scylla. No laws, no lines, and a whole lot of guns. I love this place.
Looks like they started... terraforming, right? They look top right.
What? Oops. Menjünk az objektívhez.
That explains how we ain't dead. Without the pylons and the O2, this thing's quiet. The noise would just drift off. There's no credible research on the health effects of standing directly under a terraformer, Captain. In case you were wondering.
Hey, outlaw. You know.
What was that?
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's Ellie. Excellent timing. Hello, Ellie. What a pleasure it is to see your sparkling beauty in this barren waste.
It's Dr. Fenhill.
You're absolutely correct, friend. No need to dwell on this, not at all.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat. The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she? I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense. Magnificent. And do please give Wanda my chilliest regards. And farewell to you, dear Dr. Fenhill. I trust I'll see you next I find myself on the Groundbreaker.
You'd better hope not.
Ennyi volt. Ez így mind. Hát jó.
So then I told him, oh. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Na jó van. Ez mára nekem ennyi volt. Holnap folyt köv. Szóval sziasztok és szép estét.